What's going on, everybody? How we doing today? Gonna be talking some prize picks, some better picks, some everything. um, it's been a crazy couple last days with things changing as far as like laws in current states. Florida, there's no longer uh, better picks, prize picks. There's a bunch of people talking about that. North Carolina, they just announced that Underdog Fantasy, the pick'em, is no longer available in South Carolina, but things are getting wild with things going on with the sports books and these apps. So, um, anyways, the reason I have not done any content and or a live for a while is because I have been adjusting to a few things. I'm going to have to adjust my schedule. I'm going to have to adjust some traveling, all that fun stuff. So if you have any questions, let me know in the chat. I will get to them, guys. These live streams I've been trying to do like every 50 likes. I drop a ticket. I've been trying to give you guys actual plays that I'm playing. This slate really isn't the greatest, unfortunately, but I just have the availability to go live, so I didn't want to miss the opportunity to try to help you guys out. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gamers. So it's not the greatest, and there's a lot of pending injury news. So, we're going to go through. I'm going to give you guys the plays that I can, that I like. We have some fantasy score props that I like, but just keep in mind there's going to be a lot of things that I might be adjusting to after the stream with late news breaking, all that fun stuff. So if you do want access to all of my picks, all of my tickets as soon as I place them, as always, the VIP will be an option. I would really encourage you, if you're playing every single day, to get in here, guys, because it's honestly becoming a little bit more difficult for me to like produce a video and or stream every day with all of these changes that are happening. So if you're interested, that will be linked below in the description. I'm going to try to do as many of these streams and free videos as I can, as always, to try to help you guys out for free. But I do want to make it known, all of my plays, as soon as I place them, all sports, all apps that I cover, will be available over there. If you're interested, there is a cost associated because there are lots of hours put into it on my end, right? So, let's go. KJK Rocks, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you. Do hot streak. I'm not doing hot streak, man. We're gonna stick to prize picks and better picks. And I was wanting to do some more underdog fantasy, but now, like I said, I'm gonna have to like travel for underdog fantasy. So, yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about some plays I like. Like I said, for every 50 likes, I'm trying to drop a ticket. I'm trying to drop plays I'm actually playing. I will say before I went live, though, a lot of the plays got bumped, man, and it's not the largest slate, and there's a lot of pending injury news, so I apologize. I can tell you one guy. I made him the thumbnail, as always. I try to, find some props I like early and then throw one of the guys that I have a lot of props interest in on the thumbnail. And definitely have some interest in Evan Mobley tonight. That is for sure. We look at Evan Mobley. A lot of his props have been bumped, unfortunately, like crazy. I mean, there was good value on his PRA at 24.5. That got bumped. There's good value on his rebounds at 8.5. That got bumped. There was good value on his rebounds and assist prop. That got bumped. Looks like that one actually might have taken off the board. Or no, it got bumped up to a full point to 11.5. There was good value on his 15.5 points and assists. So this is a guy where the market's trending upwards on a lot of his props, and the fantasy scorer is going to be an alternative that I can promote to you guys here because it's the only one that's really available that, we're not dealing with 70,000 bumps on, so we can start things off with that right away. Truthfully, I haven't locked this in yet, but I know that I like it. I'm just trying to find other props to pair it with. And with all these bumps happening, like I said, we might have to find some plays live on stream, which is fine with me. But I know I like Evan Mobley's over here. He was actually my play of the day last night. over in the VIP because I mean I don't really understand why he's in the low 30s to be honest, but I'm not complaining. I mean I continue to have him projected in the mid to upper 30s like every night it seems. This isn't like a bad game environment or anything here tonight, so I'm not sure why they're still pricing him this low, but we'll take it. I mean, oh, it's not the greatest game environment. It's a 216 over under, but we're talking a 5.5 point spread is what I'm getting at. We're not dealing with like a blowout risk or anything along those lines, so nothing really deterring me off him in this game environment here tonight. And like I said, I do like a lot of his other props as well. So for the stream, being that his plays just all got bumped like crazy, we can certainly go ahead and talk about his fantasy score to lead things off. Ideally, a lot of these streams, like I said, I'd like to come on and just talk about plays that I've already locked in. But with all these crazy bumps going on, hey man, let's rock with the fantasy. There's tons of value trending upwards on his PRA. Like I said, on the 24.5, it's gotten bumped up. His rebounds got bumped. His rebounds and assist prop got bumped. So rather than playing those bumps, let's go ahead and take the fantasy because I know that I do like that on Evan Mobley here tonight. So we can lead the stream off with that. And then we'll just find some more plays as we go along, man. I was really hopeful that I could come on the stream today with some props that hadn't been bumped and just, crank them out with you guys, but it doesn't appear that's going to be the case, which is fine. We'll go over live some plays that I like live on the stream. We can find plays together. There's plenty of pivots. Another guy that I know I'll have some interest in his other props, and they're getting bumped like crazy, is going to be D'Angelo Russell. Once again, it seems like I'm talking about D'Angelo Russell and Evan Mobley a lot lately, but for good reason. Once again, it's just, we're taking what the board gives us, right? If they're going to misrepresent these guys, we're going to have to take advantage. Does seem as if they have misrepresented D'Angelo Russell here again tonight, in my opinion. 31.5, same as Evan Mobley, right? A guy that I have in the mid 30s to upper 30s like every single night, and they continue to price him in the low 30s. So let's take advantage while we can and lock this in. I liked his assist prop. There was some value on his PRA that got bumped. There was some value on his points that got bumped. Like I was hoping I could maybe pivot to one of those, but I do have him projected over on fantasy once again. This is why I provide a lot of fantasy score props to you guys for the free content because, all those other props got bumped. The value's taken out, but we do like D'Lo's fantasy score here tonight at 31.5. Once again, I haven't locked that in yet, but I know I like it because I have my projections up on my side screens here. I've already done a lot of research today, as always, so we can certainly discuss him. So we can discuss Mobley. We can discuss D'Angelo Russell to lead things off here. To just kind of make it quick, and the fantasy score props will hopefully actually be available for you guys to tail. The other ones have just gotten, bumped like crazy. I liked D'Angelo Russell's assist at 5.5. That got bumped up. I liked his points at 17.5. That got bumped up. So, these props apps are very precise. They're going to bump plays. Do not play the bumps. We'll just take the fantasy score. I haven't projected over on fantasy score, so the fantasy score hasn't been bumped up or down. Let's just go ahead and take advantage of that. Don't be playing any of these bumps. It's kind of your way of letting these apps win and beat you when they bump plays and you play them anyways. It's not smart to do. They're going to bump plays a lot, and that's how they get you. Long story short. So, yeah, Evan Mobley, a guy that a ton of his props have gotten bumped. I had a lot of interest in. PRA, rebounds got bumped. Same thing with D'Angelo Russell. I liked his assists, his points. Those also got bumped. But I know I have them both over fantasy. Like I said, I was hoping to come on stream with some plays I've already locked in. These aren't plays that I locked in, but hey, I know I like them because I got my models and my projections weighed in up here. And I want to be giving some free value today. So let's start with those two. If you have any props that you like or you have any questions, please drop them in the chat. I will do my absolute best to answer them. It's just we have a lot of pending injury news here tonight, guys. So it kind of stinks, and truthfully, like a lot of these plays, I haven't locked in yet because we're gonna have to scan the market and find them together, which is fine. But it's not ideal for what I was hoping to do on the stream today. We'll deal with it. Those two I know for like right off the bat. I like the fantasy. I have a ton of exposure to their other props. Their fantasy hasn't been bumped yet, so let's go ahead and get some exposure to them for sure here tonight, in my opinion. We got 87 people in here, 30 likes, guys. Get this thing up over 30 likes if you're enjoying the content. It really does I really do appreciate it. If you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. I'm trying to do these live streams as often as I can. For every 50 likes, I'm going to try to drop a ticket. Every live stream, I'm going to try to drop tickets regardless, but just a fun idea for if we start getting a ton of viewership and we get this thing up to like 200 likes, I'll drop 4 tickets, you know what I mean? So, those two I know I like. Scotty Barnes, another guy that I was debating on earlier. I do think I would be okay with promoting this play. I'm not going to make it official yet. I liked his rebounds and assists at 15.5. It has since been bumped up to 16.5. It looks like there actually might be some value on the under on Scotty Barnes' rebounds and assists now because of that bump. So not really too sure that I want to promote that, but I honestly think that the fantasy score for him could be somewhere we're looking to go. Once again, I would love to just be able to hop on the stream and give you guys plays that I have already played, but they're all getting bumped, which stinks, but it's a smaller slate. I didn't want to leave you guys hanging on the free content, so I said we'll hop on stream and make it happen. We'll come up with some more plays. I know I like Mobley. I know I like Russell. That's a fact. Anthony Davis, fantasy. No. DG says under fantasy on Barnes with 56%. Yeah, Daily Grind is a fantastic tool, man, but I don't always agree with their fantasy score. I use their tool all the time. It's a phenomenal tool. I actually have him pulled up here. If you haven't checked this out, guys, check them out. It's the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. You can use my promo code KJKDFS to get 25% off your first month with this tool. And I do have Scotty Barnes actually typed in here. We can refresh the optimizer. You can see their number one play. This is what I was talking about. There is actually some value on the under on Scotty Barnes rebounds and assists. We can actually go ahead and use this prop. And what you want to be looking for, guys, in my opinion, or like what my advice would be, you want to be using this optimizer, but you really want props where you're getting a lot of data points, right? So like the fantasy score props. Where is he? You said his under was it looks like to me they're leaning over here, man. Yeah, they actually have his over hitting at a 50.25% hit rate, and they have his under hitting at a 49.75% hit rate. So maybe when you looked earlier, the data changed or whatever the case may be. But something to keep in mind here, guys. It's only referring to one data point, right? So you can see here 44.6. And they're saying the under, they've got him projected for 44.6, but it's only pulling in one data point, right? It's only pulling in DraftKings Sportsbook. So if you're sitting here and saying like the optimizer is trash, no, the optimizer isn't trash. It's a phenomenal tool, but you have to understand the amount of data points you're referring to, right? It's only bringing in one data point. So for me, I want to be using this tool, but I only want to be taking advantage if there's like a lot of data points pointing to it, right? We have so many props on the board on a day-to-day basis. Why would I want to be taking a prop with only one data point? For the fantasy score, it's bringing in just DraftKings Sportsbook. And it's got him projected for 44.6. So, his under, I mean, we could pull a play from the optimizer right now, man. His best play at 53.55% hit rate is the under 16.5 rebounds and assists. And something that's, sticking out to me here, what are some things that are going through my head? We're analyzing the data. The Logjam Sportsbooks screen's another sponsor of the program. You can check them out. Use my promo code. It's the same thing. You have to have a little bit of knowledge yourself. You have to learn how to use it. You can't just use the optimizer. For instance, maybe it said his fantasy score is the top prop, right? It's only bringing in DraftKings Sportsbook. To me, it's like, okay, I use multiple projection models. I use multiple sports books, and I use multiple optimizers, sportsbook screens, etc. Right? I want as many data points as I can get. So if you're coming in and using the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer, and you take his like fantasy score, for instance, and like I said, the only data point they're pulling in, and they're telling you, it's all there for you to see. They're telling you the only data point they're pulling in for the fantasy score is all of the lines accumulated on DraftKings Sportsbook. There's millions of dollars invested in DraftKings Sportsbook's lines. So, that's valid data, but it's not nearly enough for me to really be on this play. Once again, if this is a lot and you're like, what is this guy talking about? I mean, all of the I use the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. I use OddsJam. We can pull up OddsJam as well. But I'm using as many data points as possible. Unfortunately, there is a cost associated with all this stuff. Software is expensive. This is why I do provide plays if you are interested. But I am using this tool. I'm using OddsJam. I'm using the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. And, I am trying to attack the best value at the right time. And I'm sending them in the Discord right away. All of the tickets you see, if you go to my YouTube community page, guys, all of these tickets are the same process, right? We're looking to find value before the bumps. So a lot of times, like this underdog ticket that I was able to hit, I had the under on Wendell Carter Jr.'s points, rebounds, and assists, the under on Claxton points, rebounds, and assists, and the under on Trey Mann's 4.5 assists. I can already tell you off the top of my head why I like these plays. Wendell Carter Jr., there was heavy juice on his under on Pinnacle, it's sharpest sportsbook in the world, and there was also books listing him at 23.5 points, rebounds, and assists, right? So we have the sharpest sportsbook listing his under, and we have other sports books that have him a whole line under that 24.5 line. Same story with Nick Claxton last night, because I can remember, fresh off the top of the dome. We're looking at heavy juice on his under 24.5. We're also looking at some books where the market's trending towards the 23.5. Trey Mann under 4.5 assists was crazy juiced on his under on Pinnacle and other sports books as well. He actually got completely taken off the Prizepicks board. That's another reference you can be looking at. If they get removed from the Prizepicks board, that means there's oftentimes really good value on that. Was able to lock that in. I got a sweep on Underdog and Prizepicks last night using these same concepts I'm talking about, right? So I'll try to help you out, guys. I do not partner with anyone if I don't believe in their product. So as far as the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer, I have partnered with them. It's a phenomenal product. And for you that's in the comments said, like, sometimes it's trash, I would argue it's because you're using it wrong. It's definitely not trash, man. It's literally millions and millions of dollars in sportsbook data dumped into an optimizer in a live feed, pulling it in for you. So you have to educate yourself on how to use it. And if you do, it's a very powerful tool. Same with OddsJam. So you'll see me talk about these tools. You'll see me pull them up on the stream. And you'll see me explain exactly what I'm looking at. So we're looking at the rebounds and assist prop. This is the sportsbook screen on OddsJam. I really like this tool once you start to really understand market data, because it can pull in like every single sportsbook under the sun. So when you're starting to get really, really detailed in your process, when you start to really get educated on how to do this stuff, this tool is top notch, okay? Once again, partner with them. You can use my promo code KJKDFS to get 35% off this tool. If you're interested, if you don't want to buy the tools, you don't want to buy anything, I'll keep giving you free content. And then, like I said, my plays are on the Patreon, but I am using these tools myself. I don't promote anything I don't use myself, so I'll make that clear. Scotty Barnes, under 16.5 rebounds and assists. You can see the average odds across the entire market. I've got over 180 sports books selected at the same time right now. We're looking at 16.3 average odds across the industry. It's very precise. So 16.3 with minus 127 on the under. So this is telling us even if the line was set at 16.3, which is impossible, it's going to be, a 0.5, but it's bringing in all of the data and giving us very precise margins, right? It would still be favored on the under minus 127. Then we go and we look at some actual lines here. You can see 15.5 slightly favored on the over, 16.5 slightly favored on the under here on Caesars, DraftKings Sportsbook minus 135 on the under 16.5, heavier juiced on Sports Illustrated minus 143, 16.5. So essentially what this is telling us is take the under at 16.5 and take the over at 15.5. It's pretty simple. Like I said, once you start to understand the market data, like, it's very precise. There's a very solid chance that Scotty Barnes goes out there tonight and ends with 16 rebounds and assists. Precisely. Like, if you want to put that in your notebook and see if it happens, give it a try, because it might surprise you when he ends with exactly 16 and you're like, how the heck can they predict this stuff? Because there's millions of dollars put into these lines. They're very sharp. They're very on point. So this is what we want to be looking at, right? So if we can get the line at 16.5, there's value on the under. If we can get the line at 15.5, there's value on the over. So I will, like, literally have tickets in this case where I am taking the under on the 16.5 and the over on the 15.5. And sometimes my members will be like, what is going on? I thought we took the over earlier, or whatever the case may be. And it's like, yeah, well, the value shifted. Let's go ahead and capitalize on the new line and the new value. So once you really start to understand this stuff, it just becomes like, don't overthink it, right? Just take the value. So let's do it live on stream. Let's take Scotty Barnes's under 16.5 if we can, if they don't bump it, because there is, there's value on the under. There's not value on the over any longer, because they bumped the prop, but they bumped it up an entire point. It was at 15.5 rebounds and assists with value on the over. I actually already placed that prop myself earlier, and now he's at 16.5, and believe it or not, there's value on the under. So don't be afraid to take, like, I'm literally telling you right now, I took his over at 15.5, and now he's at 16.5, and I'll lock this in live on the stream with you guys and take the under. Like, I am not afraid whatsoever. I do this every day. You study the market. It's very precise, guys. Like I said, I would not be surprised in the least to see this man go out there and end with 16 exactly, and then you cash the 15.5 over and the 16.5 under. It happens every day. If you play Prizepicks every day, you've probably won or lost by 0.5 1,000 times. So you know that I'm right. And the reason is because of where the value is on these lines, the bumps, all that stuff. So you might not know why you're losing. You might not be educated on this stuff quite yet, but I'm here to tell you it's pretty crazy, man, how precise they are. So, yeah, there's all of the reasons that he's a good play on the under. Once again, guys, I had a lot more plays I've locked in. Well, let's do this. I've been trying to do this more often, where I just pull up my Discord on my side screen, and then I just pull up my tickets and see if there's any props that I've already actually locked in that's still available. My guess is, honestly, no. They're probably all kind of bumped on this small slate, but if I can, Siakam. Interesting. Okay. Could be a prop that I talk about here. Max Strus was a guy that I'm sure he's gotten bumped like crazy, because I was, looking at his lines earlier. So Max Strus, an example, I got him at 8.5 points and 11.5 points and assists. They've both been bumped, right? So I got the over where there was value. It's now been bumped. Don't take it anymore. It's been bumped. So just because I'm saying out loud that I like it, once again, guys, I'm explaining to you, I've already beat the bumps. I've already gotten the good value earlier in the day. So hopefully that makes sense. So we have 3. Let's see here. Yeah, Scotty's down to 15.5 now. See what happens, people. See what happens. He just got put all the way back down to 15.5. So now the market's trending. They're like, this is pretty much what's happening, is they're like, oh boy, we overcompensated on this one, guys. We messed up. Dropping back down to 15.5. Is there news that just dropped or something? Scotty's now popping on the under on the DGF optimizer, by the way. But once again, it's one data point. I will say for fantasy score props, if you have access to this optimizer, if you don't, once again, would recommend it. KJKD if that's will get you 25% off. I will say, like, if you like the over on a guy, like for instance, I said I like the over on Scotty Barnes fantasy possibly. If you have access to the tool and it's leaning under, like, and it's green, this tool has a lot of power in the market. So we're probably going to see Scotty Barnes get bumped down. In that case, I'll wait and then I'll take the over after the bump. If I like the over and the optimizer is saying the under, there's a good chance it's going to get bumped down. So let's wait for him to go down and then we'll take the over. Everything's going to get bumped with how long you take to give picks. Damn, go somewhere else if you don't like the free content. I'm giving you free value. We're talking about different concepts to help you succeed long term, Robert. I use all of these concepts in all of my tickets, all of the winning tickets that you probably come and comment and say, why don't you share with us? I hate you, because that's the vibe I'm getting from you. When I send to my members, it's the same concepts I'm going over, right? So I'm just trying to teach you some concepts of why I'm taking these plays. Why I took the under on Nick Richards' points, why I took the under on Mike Conley's 17.5 points and assists, which, by the way, he ended with 17. And there's value on the 17.5, with the market sometimes showing his line should have been set to 16.5, right? So the same concept I just went over with Scotty Barnes that we just saw that we could have captured his under was the same exact concept that I used when I took Mike Conley's under 17.5 points and assists. He was also listed at 16.5 points and assists. I said, oh, wait, the market's pricing him too high. Let's take the under now before he gets bumped. Look, he ended with 17. And that happens every single day. And that is how I win money. And that's how you can win money. And that is how I provide my plays. So if you'd like access to all my plays as soon as I place them, you can get the Patreon after the stream. I'm going to try to keep giving you guys free videos, free live streams, free value, but I'm doing it 24/7 in the Discord, and this is how you get access to it as soon as I place them, right? If I could right now, I would just share with you an exact ticket that I placed, but all the plays have been bumped. So, like, what's the point? I can pull up a ticket actually right now. I will give you a ticket before I leave the stream. I'm just trying to go over some concepts. We can speed things up here. There's a lot of plays that have been bumped, so I don't want to be promoting the bumps, or maybe the value shifted in the market or news came out. The news on this slate's crazy right now. So, what do you want from me? Other than just not coming on stream today, which I could have done, I was like, let's just make it happen. Let's come up with something for the free content. But look at what we're dealing with. LeBron's questionable, Zion's questionable, Anthony Edwards questionable, Ingram's questionable, Fox is questionable, Rudy Gobert's questionable, Jakopoto's questionable. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 game slate. So there's going to be news that breaks after the stream that's going to provide more value in the market that I will be attacking and sending into the VIP. But for the time being, I wanted to come on the stream, talk about some concepts, try to teach you some stuff for free, and try to give you some free plays. So we have two that I've already pulled up here. And by the way, I took the over on 15.5 for Barnes, so I just discussed that, right? We could just pivot to his over here, most likely, unless the market's really shifting that much to where, there's not even value in the over 15.5 anymore. I hope that's not the case. We can just take his over 15.5, hopefully. Let's see. Yeah, the best place to take his over now is on Prizepicks in a 5 or 6 pick flex. You can see over 15.5. Now the market's setting him at 15.5 with minus 127.5 on the over. It's not quite as ideal as what we were looking at earlier. The GGF optimizer has him as the 1, 2, 3, 4th best prop on the board. I mean, It looks like the market's shifting quite a bit to make that play like decent, but maybe not quite as strong as we'd like. But I have played that earlier in the day. It was really popping it when the market was shifting upwards towards his over. We're still looking at minus 142 on the over on Caesars, minus 135 on the over on Bovada. So we could possibly lock that in as one of our plays. Should we need to? Luka's, I mean, a lot of these plays, man, are just not available. Luka's points, I had the under at 33.5. Kyrie Irving, I had the under at 27.5. They all gotten bumped, so I apologize. I'm gonna come on stream a lot of times and just give you guys actual plays that I've already played. I want to do that as much as I can. It's just with the amount of injuries on this slate and the craziness going on, it's going to be difficult today. So you're going to have to just bear with me, and we'll come up with some solid 6 plays. If you're enjoying, I really would greatly appreciate it if you hit the like button. We have 120 people in here. We don't even have 50 likes yet. I've been trying to do a ticket for every 50 likes that we get. I drop a full 6-pick flex on Prizepicks. I'll drop a 6-pick dynamic play on Betr as well for you guys. Oh, we do have some new props posted. The Denver Nuggets fantasy score props were not posted before I went on stream, so let's see what I think about these real quick. Why not, right? Why not? Jokic, 59. They priced him pretty appropriately. Jamal Murray, pretty appropriately. Shocker. They're also getting so much better at pricing, guys. Prizepicks was not this good at pricing fantasy scores. Honestly, I think the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer has helped them tremendously in that aspect. I know I like LeBron. He is listed as questionable, but I fully expect him to play. They are on the front end of a back-to-back here tonight. Tonight, they play the LA Clippers on a nationally televised stage. Tomorrow, they play the Washington Wizards. Something tells me, this is from my experience doing the NBA for quite some time now, and I think this is logical thinking for those of you that are listening to the fact that I just said that. They are on the front half of a back-to-back, and they are playing the Los Angeles Clippers on national television, right? They are playing the Washington Wizards on a non-nationally televised game tomorrow night. What does that tell me? LeBron's going to play tonight, and he's going to sit tomorrow night. That's just my educated guess, okay, people? So that would be my educated guess. I fully anticipate that he plays tonight. He's putting up 49.7 fantasy points on average over his last 5, and I have him going right there again tonight. Once again, I have not locked this prop in. I believe the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer disagrees with me on this one as well. But once again, guys, their fantasy score prop is only bringing in one data point. Like, I really like using their optimizer to find props with multiple data points, right? Not one data point. So for me, I'm going to, maybe look at the optimizer. If the play is going to get bumped on the board, I'm going to be wary of that. And I'm going to be prepared to, prepared to hold off a little bit longer because he could get bumped down and then take that value, because I've got LeBron pretty much getting 50 here tonight. So if he gets bumped down, that'll be fantastic for us. We're not going to lock this in quite yet. And if he just so happens to get bumped down, we will be very happy about that, right? So there's another example of even using the optimizer if you're not really agreeing with the optimizer. You know what I mean? Let's use the data point that they're bringing in. If we so happen to think that the fantasy score is going over, they're saying under, it's still valuable information. It's still going to impact the market, okay? So it's good to be looking at this tool for sure, okay? So I like LeBron. I like D'Lo. I like Mobley. We saw a bump on Scotty Barnes happen live in real time, which once again, the market's shifting on him. So, it's kind of like, let's see where this goes right now for me. Like, he was all the way up to 16.5. Now they got him down to 15.5. It's still the best possible place you could take the over is on Prizepicks.
but the average odds were now sitting at 15.5. What did you say on Max Strus again? I said that I liked Max Strus points and his points and assists, but I got them before they got bumped an entire point earlier. So I wouldn't play it. I got the points and assists at 11.5, and I got the points at 8.5. And I sent them into my VIP right away. So we already locked in at those lines, right? So why are we gonna take Strus's bumps? It makes no sense. It's not smart. I would not advise that you play either of those props now. If you don't want to listen to me and you do it anyways, well, that happens every day in my content. People don't listen. They don't want to learn. If you really do want to learn, once again, the Discord's going to be where it's at. That'll be on the Patreon, and that's going to get access to all my plays as soon as I place them. I had a member say he withdrew $7,500 today on Betr, which is awesome. Longtime member was literally sending in that he withdrew $7,500 from just tailing my plays. So I'll gladly give him a shout out. He's been a long time member. He's phenomenal. He's very helpful in the Discord. Ed the Fred, if you've been watching my content and you see me do shout outs, this guy's awesome. He's helpful in the Discord. He listens to me. He tails all my plays. You can see I withdrew $7,000 on Betr last week and had to give them a picture, holding my ID and picture of my debit card. It took about 5 days. We were talking about the process of withdrawing on Betr. Omar's like, what did you start out for units? You're making thousands or whatever the case may be. And he said, just tail all KJK's plays and stick to your bankroll and you'll get there. So he is someone that's coming to my Discord. He's listened. He's responsible with his bankroll. He plays optimal ticket types. He truly listens. He listens to all these things that I talk about. So I have to update my my Betr graphic, unfortunately, for my university, which I'd really like to pull that for you guys, because now the 6-pick dynamic plays are optimal over there. But for Prizepicks, we're looking at 5 and 6-pick flexes as being optimal. That's why I promote them on the channel. The same concepts we're going over right there in the Discord, right? 5-pick flexes you get at minus 119 implied odds. 6-pick flexes you get at minus 119 implied odds per individual leg. So that's what you want to be attacking on Prizepicks, because it's giving you the best possible chance to profit long term. And then when you break down the math as far as what you really need to do to succeed on the 5 and 6-pick flexes, you got to be hitting at a 55% hit rate or higher, essentially. You're getting a 5% return on investment in the green at 55% hit rate on 5-mans, and you're getting a 7% return on investment in the green on 55% hit rate on 6-pick flexes. So if you can get your hit rate up to like 60%, you're really going to be raking in the dough using all these concepts that we talk about. So let's try to find some more plays here, guys. Let's try to find some more plays. I won 9 slips last night for 1K. Let's get another fire night. Fantastic. Congratulations, Steve. So we got 4, man. Do we have more plays that I've already played? I really want to be giving you guys, I just want to be giving you free VIP plays. This is what I really want to do, but it's impossible right now with all these bumps. Let's see. 1, 2. Any news? Also, when I'm on stream, how much a month? It's $49.99 a month. That equates to $1.66 a day. You get Prizepicks, Underdog, Betr. I added Dabble. There's a ton of value in there, man. I'm telling you right now. If you're playing every day, I would highly recommend you make the investment. If you're not playing every day or you just like to have fun, don't buy it. But if you're playing every day, you should purchase it 110%. Yeah, this is crazy, man. I mean, like I said, let's just find some plays, man, live. Let's just find some plays. Quickly, points and assists is popping, so let's just do it. And I'll break down exactly why I like these. This isn't going to be plays that I've officially locked in yet, but I'm going to lock them in live on the stream. Let's just find a solid 6 for you. Well, did he get bumped? No. Okay, boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Scotty play, I already locked in, man. So, I mean, the market does look like it's changing, which really kind of ticks me off a little bit. But if we have to go to that, we have to go to that. And it is a play I've already backed, so that makes me feel a little bit better about the situation. And let's look at Siakam. I mean, Siakam was a guy
that once again, I was looking at his rebounds and assist prop earlier. That was popping with some really good value. And it looks like the market's shifting. So, like, I don't want to be promoting that play to you guys because, you know, it's not the best. It's not as good of a play as it was earlier. I want to be giving you guys really good plays right now. Kyrie's. I'm on a lot of Kyrie's unders, honestly, and I think I like his under fantasy score as well. So there's another play that we could pivot to, his fantasy score props, so that you guys can actually tail, because I liked his under points. I liked his under rebounds and assist prop. I was able to get earlier at 10.5. You can see it has been bumped down to a 10.0. So once again, a VIP play that it already got bumped, right? So why am I gonna come on the channel in stream and give you guys a play that got bumped? That's not gonna help you for the free content. I'm not gonna do that. So Kyrie, I think I got us going under on fantasy as well, though. Once again, not an official play that I've locked in yet. Something got bumped. What got bumped here? What got bumped? Quickly got bumped. Shocker. That's just me being on stream is what it is. So maybe I'll start switching up some. Maybe we can do like some value hunting together on the streams too. Ideally, I want to do some larger slates where there's enough props where I can literally just come on and just give you guys free VIP plays, which I will do a lot in the future, or as much as I can. Yeah, Toronto's a really terrible matchup for opposing shooting guards. They're really limiting him. I've already got quite a bit of unders as is, and I do have him projected under, so we can go ahead and promote this play for sure on the stream. I certainly do like his unders today, so that's certainly a good pivot. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Scotty play, we really don't like. I don't really love that now. I liked the under 16.5 value that was popping. I talked about maybe his fantasy score. Well, Kyrie's unders popping on the optimizer now, as far as DGF is concerned as well. So here's an example, right? I've got him projected under, and the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer agrees with me. So we have 2 data points. For those of you that don't know, Prizepicks has the same exact fantasy scoring format as FanDuel, like DraftKings and FanDuel. You can play DraftKings and FanDuel NBA tournaments, guys. If you just Google like FanDuel NBA projections, it's literally the same exact thing as what Prizepicks uses, but these things all cost money, right? Everything I'm referring to, all these data points, all cost money. So I get asked, like, where would you go for free? And the answer is nowhere. Like, all of the reliable data, there's going to be a cost associated with it. But it's very valuable. But what I'm saying is, I like his under in my models, my projections. The Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer likes his under. So that's fantastic. 2 data points that I'm agreeing with, right? There's nothing wrong with disagreeing, or maybe 1 data point disagreeing with the other, so you don't really like to play as much. In this case, we have 2 data points, 3 data points, all pointing towards the under. So let's talk about that play, and let's try to find a couple more. This is brutal right now with the small slate and the bumps. I'm going to try to get right to the point, guys, but I want to give you high quality plays. I don't want to just be giving you trash can plays just to get plays out to you. You follow me? That's why I started doing these live. So hopefully I can give you even better plays live than I can in the pre-recorded, because stuff gets bumped. So let's see. We really need 2 more. Also, the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer is leaning towards the under on LeBron, which means he could get bumped down. Which, if that happens, that stinks. But I might have to just take the over for the sake of the stream. Let's see. Maxi Kleber just got ruled out, guys. Derek Lively's in. Dante Exum's in. Luka Doncic's in. Jakob Poeltl is playing. These are some things. So there's a good instance. Scotty Barnes went from 16.5 to 15.5. I guarantee it's because Jakob Poeltl just got ruled in. So that's a good example of knowing injury news, knowing the possibilities of the market fluctuating. Like, I'm not touching the Pelicans right now unless you just want to take a chance. And why do I say that? Because literally their top like 3 players are questionable. So why are you gonna, I would rather wait for that news to break and then attack quickly than try to guess right now. Literally, Zion, Brandon Ingram, and CJ McCollum are all questionable. So the market's gonna adjust when that news comes. Things are gonna start flying like crazy, and then you can attack and try to capture value when that happens. All right, guys, we got 144 people in here. If we can get this thing up over 100 likes, that would be awesome. And I will be dropping a Prizepicks 6-pick flex for you guys, and I will be dropping a Betr pick 6-pick dynamic play. Those are optimal over there. Get this thing up to 100 likes. That'd be greatly appreciated. And it's just a small slate, guys. There's not as much like value. So yeah, I'm taking a little bit longer right now, but unfortunately, a lot of the plays I like got bumped. So we're just kind of like, we're going to search the board, we're going to lock in together, and then get out of here. So, I mean, it's kind of crazy right now with these injuries, bro. Like, I got a couple plays here okay, here's a good example. Oh, here's a play that I already locked this in. Earlier, and there's still good value on it. So we'll talk about him. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I like all these plays. Once again, I haven't locked these. Actually, I haven't locked these ones. What the heck? He got bumped too. Ugh. Well, there's some market action trending on Scotty now with that news. There's some market action trending on quickly now with that news. All right, so let's lock it in. All right, we got 69 likes, guys. I'm going to lock in a full 6-pick flex, and I'm going to send it into my VIP members first because they get notified of everything before anyone else. And then I will give them like 90 seconds to place it. I'll place it myself, and then I'll pull it up on the screen. Get this thing up over 75 likes, and I'll pull it up on the screen. I'm literally just going to place it here. We're going to do the 6-pick, and then I'll pull it up. We're all going to lock in together. So get your phone, your tablet, whatever you use for Prizepicks ready, as I will be releasing it very shortly here. I already acknowledged that there's a chance that LeBron and Kyrie get bumped down because the optimizer's showing that they like the unders, and when that happens, sometimes the plays get bumped. But I'm on a time schedule to provide you guys with the free, and I just so happen to disagree and agree with one of those. So we're just going to go with what we got here, right, guys? So let's see. We need the Pels Pacers game. I don't really want anything there. I had just found a couple of plays. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. So let's see. Quickly, Scotty. Quickly, Scotty Barnes. One, two. And this actually might just be an official VIP ticket because I don't think I haven't played any of these, so I'm just going to make it an official ticket to them, send it into them, and I'll share it with you for free live on the stream. None of these have been played yet, so this will be a live free ticket. 1, 2. And I'm very quick off stream. I need to get quicker on stream. I need to get quicker, and we will work on that. 1, 2, 3. 4 is LeBron and Russell. 5 is Mobley and 6 is Kyrie. That's who we were talking about, Kyrie Irving. So we have Kyrie 1. We have Quickly 2. We have Scotty Barnes 3. We have Evan Mobley 4. And then we have D'Angelo Russell and LeBron James as the 5th and 6th legs. Once again, guys, I'm locking this in right now on the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get ready to tail. I'll be pulling it up on the screen shortly here. So get ready and be quick, because if anything gets bumped, it's not my fault. Bumps happen. But I'm trying to share plays with you for free today on the channel that I like. And this is going to be an official. I'm just going to make this an official VIP ticket because I haven't been able to lock any of these plays in yet. And I had to get on stream. So you're going to get an exact ticket as long as none of these plays get bumped, as I'm going to send it into them right now, as I always do. And you're going to get it here for free today. Boom. All right, guys. I am sending it as we speak, and I am bringing it up on the screen in 30 seconds, people, because I just sent it to them. So let's refresh my screen and make sure that when I pull up the ticket, it actually pulls it up. And let me look at the chat. I'll answer questions for the next 20 seconds if I can here. Points and assists. What are you asking about? Appreciate you. Best of luck, man. Yeah, no problem, Jordan. Get ready, bro. Get ready to lock in like 10 seconds, man. I'm literally just giving my VIP like, 10, 20, 30 seconds to lock in before the stream out of courtesy, because they do pay me. Once again, if you want access to all my tickets as soon as I place them, guys, it's on the Patreon. It's going to be linked below in the description. As soon as I place them, I send them into the Discord, and then you can place them with me. And every single time you see like these winning tickets on the community page, the VIP sweeps, it's all from the same process we're discussing. It's all these same concepts that I'm discussing. And I'm using these same concepts on this ticket that we're about to place right now, all right? All right, so here we go. I'm going to drop it on the screen right now. Let's do this thing. So this is it. Here's what we got, guys. Hopefully none of these plays got bumped. Kyrie Irving under fantasy score. Emmanuel Quickly under 19.5 points. Scotty Barnes under 7.5 assists. Evan Mobley over 31.5 fantasy score. D'Angelo Russell over 31.5 fantasy score. And LeBron James over 45.5 fantasy score. I don't know if any of these got bumped. I have 7 screens going on at once right now. I hope that they didn't. Let's see. Nope, none of them have got bumped yet, so hurry up. There's action trending on the value. I literally just sent that into my I placed, right? I sent it to my VIP and I pulled it up on the stream immediately, and I have it pulled up here as well, so if any bumps occur, I'm going to see it happen. Let's see if there's Let me know once you locked it in, guys, so I know that everyone was able to tail. Would be greatly appreciated. Let me know once you locked it in. 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 And for the non-fantasy score props, we can review pretty quickly. we can review pretty quickly, like why I like the quickly and the Barnes unders. If you'd please let me know in the chat once you lock this in, that'd be awesome. So, I mean, like I said, I use the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. I use the OddsJam Sportsbook screen. It's all bringing in data, right? I use different stuff for fantasy score. But the quickly in the Barnes plays, we can pull up the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer right now. And let's talk about some data, right? And then we'll just do a quick better tickets, and I'll get out of here. So, quickly, right? Like, why is he taking the under on quickly's points at 19.5? You can see on Pinnacle, he's favored on the under 19.5 at minus 132. It's nothing crazy. Once again, if you want this tool, guys, the Grind Fantasy Optimizer, you can use my promo code KJKDFS to get 25% off. I'll drop a better pick for you guys before I head out the door, and we'll make that very quick. But you can see he's at 19.5 on the under across the market. He's also being shown at 18.5 on BetOnline. So he's not only listed at 19.5 with the juice favoring the under across the market. You can also see he's listed at 18.5 somewhere else. Believe it or not, it's a very, very big deal. It's an entire point, right? So we're getting the good value on the under 19.5. We really want to be taking advantage of it. It's blurry. Can you speak it out? I don't know what you're talking about, man. What's blurry? This should be very, very clear to you. I have like perfect connection and like I don't even know. My live streams are better quality. That's something I've been trying to figure out on my pre-recorded content. My pre-recorded content doesn't look nearly as good as my live streams because my live stream's like full 1920 or whatever the heck it is. But anyways, so there's good value on the under 19.5 on Quickly's points, and then on Scotty Barnes's assists, we're also seeing the market start to trend. On the under, minus 156 on Pinnacle. Pinnacle's the sharpest sports book in the entire world. They're really favoring his under here, and then the entire market's agreeing. DraftKings have got him at minus 130, yada, yada, yada. So this is just an example of multiple data points. I had addressed that earlier in the stream. If you've been listening, rather than just having one data point, we have multiple data points. We like to see that to determine that these are good plays. So this is our official Prizepicks slip for the stream, and I will show you that I did send it in. I did send it into my Discord, guys. So this is an official play, people. It's a 1-unit play. I have a 5-star rating system in my Discord. The reason I developed that was because I tend to have larger units than some people. People have different units. People have different bankrolls. So I wanted to encourage people being responsible. I go over different bankroll concepts in my Discord. I talk about things like playing only 1% of your annual bankroll per night. So, I only have, I shouldn't say only. A lot of my plays are 4 stars, which just means 1 unit. 5 stars are 2 units. If I really like to play, those are very rare. It'll be like a big alert, like lock this in ASAP. But this is a 1-unit play. We're getting value on these lines. Hopefully, LeBron James doesn't get bumped down. We talked about the optimizer liking his under, so he could get bumped down because of the optimizer. I'm sorry if that happens. I still haven't gone over. Ideally, I would wait longer for that bump to occur so that I could get even better value on the prop. But being that we're on a bit of a time schedule here, I did have to hurry that up. So everyone let me know if you locked it in. That'd be greatly appreciated. Honestly, I didn't even set up my my Better Picks phone cast here prior to the stream, guys. I apologize once again. Some things are getting crazy with my schedule changing because of some law changes and all that stuff. But I will hook you guys up with a Better Picks ticket before we leave, guys. If you haven't signed up for Betr, would highly recommend you do so. If you use my promo code KJKDFS, they will give you a sweat-free first entry up to $250. I apologize that my graphics say deposit match. They have discontinued that. I apologize. It's just a lot of different things that I have to change now. The offer that you're going to get with my promo code is the $250 sweat-free entry on your first entry. So you can, log in and use these picks. You're capped to $50 on 6-pick dynamic plays. They're optimal. They're the best possible ticket you can play on Betr is 6-pick dynamic plays, so I'll make that clear. But
you're capped at $50. I play the $50 the most I can. I just want to make it known. Like, you're not going to be able to put $250 on the 6 pick, unfortunately. You could just, I think the best, I don't know, try with a 2 pick if you want to like use it all, but I'll have to get back to you guys on that as far as using the promo. But you want to be playing, you really want to be playing all 6 pick dynamic plays on Betr. And we have so many plays, guys, that have been bumped the other day. So we're just going to find plays that we can't get on Prizepicks that we can get on Betr, and we're going to lock them in, okay? So we want to be taking advantage of as many apps as we possibly can to be getting the best possible value that we can, right? You've probably seen a lot of Betr sweeps from me on my community page as well. We had a $50 dynamic play sweep here. That was my first dynamic sweep since the new dynamic payout structure. Before 5 pick non-dynamic plays were optimal, and we've been crushing. I mean, we've been crushing Betr all year. We had a sweep here. There was a night we had 3 sweeps, and this was once again prior to the insurance. Oh yeah, right here. This was a huge night in the VIP on Betr, and it's valuable because they don't have pushes, guys. They have bumps, and plays will get taken off the board, but there's no pushes. So you see all these lines are like 16.5, 12.5, 11.5, 9.5, etc. That is why Betr is so valuable. So get the app. I'm going to share with you a play right now. I just want to make it known this app is really great, and we can get plays that we cannot get on Prizepicks on Betr. So let's break down some plays right now. Why don't we? So Mr. Vince is a play we can get on Betr that we can't get on Prizepicks, so we can start things off with him. Powell is a play that we can get on Betr that we can't get on Prizepicks. So I can bring him up on the screen so you guys can see exactly what I'm discussing here. Oh, wow. Okay. This is even better now than earlier. This is a prop I've already locked in, guys. This is even better than earlier. This is wild. Okay, so 1. I might have just gone offline for a second. That keeps happening. It happens like for 1 second and then I'm back, guys. So if that happened, I apologize. But if that happens, just stay on the stream. I'll come right back. So we have 1, 2, 3. Guys, I'm just pulling up the Prizepicks board to do a comparison. Don't play these plays on Prizepicks, okay? The reason I'm pulling them up on Prizepicks is because they're not as good of a play. So just wait for the Betr picks ticket if you follow me. If you use the promo code KJKDFest, they're going to give you a sweat. I'll drop that in the chat, actually, while I'm placing, right? I'm actually placing the ticket as we speak, guys. And I'm just going to copy and paste. My link says they'll match up to 500. I apologize. They're going to give you the $250. I'm going to change all that. But my link will give you the $250 sweat free. I'll pin that. So if you don't have Betr picks, you can take advantage with my promo code KJKDFS, and they'll give you that Betr no sweater offer. All right. I have 3 picks. I'm gonna do 6 picks in a dynamic play because that's optimal, and I will pull it up on the screen. So we have 3, 4. Need 2 more. I'll lock in. I'll pull them up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 possibly.
Yep, 5. And you will see as we're locking in, guys, these are all bumped on Prizepicks, but you can get them without the bump because there's no bumps, there's no pushes on Betr. So you see how Vince Williams listed at 11.0 even? That's not a thing on Betr. He's either going to be 10.5, 11.5, and they're just going to take him off the board. So we can take advantage of that on Betr with really good value. So I have 5. I need one more here. I think I have my next one. Yep. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I will lock this in. I will send it into my VIP. I'll give them about 90 seconds, guys. And I will pull it up right on the screen for you guys to tail. So get your phones out. Betr is only available on mobile. So I know we're all going to be placing this on our phones. There's no desktop. And the last one... All right, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Once again, streaming, doing 70 things. This is going to be 6 picks. Be ready to copy. It's going to be a dynamic play. Make sure you're playing the dynamic play. It's optimal on Betr. So I'm going to lock this in. I'm going to send it in to them. And then I will pull it up on the screen for you guys with my phone cast software, which I'm going to have to now set up as well. But that's fine. We will do it. And we'll lock in, and then we'll end the stream. And then I'll have more plays over in the premium, guys. Once again, it's on Patreon. If you are interested, it's my Discord. It's going to give you access to all of my plays as soon as I place them. I just dropped it in the chat. But that is where you go to purchase it. Don't become a YouTube fan club member or be going to the wrong thing. I don't want you spending money that you don't want to spend. Some people mistakenly get the wrong thing, so I don't want that to happen to you. KJK, DFS, Betr Picks, 6 pick live YouTube live stream. Sending it into the Discord right now. Six pick dynamic play. All right, so I'm going to pull it up right now. Everybody be ready. I'm going to get my phone cast software going here so that you guys can all see it. I've already placed it myself. And if you get 4 out of 6 right, guys, you still profit with this new dynamic payout structure on Betr. It's unbelievably good. If you don't have Betr, you need to get it for real. Like, it has the best implied odds per individual leg with this new 6 pick. And if you only get 4 out of 6 right, you still 1.25x your money. So I'm putting in $50. If I only get 4 out of 6 right, I'm still winning $62.50. It's really, really good. On Prizepicks, you only get 0.4x back. So that's another thing to mention. It's just a really, really great time to get the Betr Picks app. I'm telling you right now, it's the best possible app you could have, especially for someone that's just learning and or you maybe play smaller amounts of money. You can literally put $1 on Betr Picks. So let's see. Let's pull this thing up. This is the ticket, guys. So this is what I was talking about. So I put in $50 dynamic payout. If I get 4 correct, they're still going to pay me $62.50. 5 correct to 1.5x. 6 correct, we're going to 20x. Okay. So here's the play. We have Norman Powell over 18.5 points. As you can see, he's all the way up to 19.5 on Prizepicks. They've already bumped the play like crazy. Vince Williams over 10.5 rebounds and assists. You can see he's already bumped up to 11.0 on Prizepicks. So we're getting really good value on his prop. Those would be the first 2. The next one's going to be Domantas Sabonis over 39.5 points, rebounds, and assists.
As you can see, he's already bumped up to 40.5 on Prizepicks, so we're getting some good value. Evan Mobley over 15.5 points and assists. On Prizepicks, he has already been bumped up to 16.0. Even there are no pushes on Betr picks. So, they can't set him at 16.0 even. They can either put him up to 16.5 or just take him off the board, but there's no pushes. Darius Garland over 23.5 points, rebounds, assists. As you can see, he's already been bumped up to 24 even, and RJ Barrett under 20.5 points. As you can see, he's 19.5 on Prizepicks. We are getting an entire line, an entire point higher on Betr picks. There's very good value on the under at 20.5. So that is it's a 6-pick dynamic play, guys. Okay, that's optimal on Betr picks. You should be playing all 6-pick dynamic plays for long-term profit. Now that they introduced this, before, if you listen to my content, I was saying play 5-pick, non-insured plays. That was before this feature existed. So now it's 6-pick dynamic plays. It has changed. These are what you're going to be wanting to rock with. If you could please let me know in the chat once you lock this in. I want to get off stream here and go over to the VIP and help them out leading up here to the tip-off, but I want to make sure everyone locked this in. I'll review each ticket one more time. On Betr picks, Norman Powell over 18.5 points. You can go back after the stream and pull this up if you miss it live. Hopefully it helps everyone be able to lock in this ticket. If you can tell me if you locked in, that'd be great. Norman Powell over 18.5 points, pick number 1. Vince Williams Jr. over 10.5 rebounds and assists, pick number 2. Domantas Sabonis over 39.5 PRA, pick number 3. Evan Mobley over 15.5 points and assists, pick number 4. Darius Garland over 23.5 points, rebounds, and assists, number 5. And RJ Barrett under 20.5 points. All right, all of these plays you cannot get on Prizepicks. They've all been bumped and or removed. T-Bone says Vince just got taken off Betr picks. Okay. You can replace, if you're listening close, T-Bone, you can replace that play with Jaren Jackson Jr. PRA, I believe. It's not really... Huh. What about Carl? Yeah, here's another one. Take if you weren't able to get that, take Karl Anthony Towns over 34.5 PRA on Betr picks. He's at 35.5 on Prizepicks. He's at 34.5 on Betr picks. So that'll give you a good replacement. I'm sorry that happened. I cannot control the bumps. And I got to get back to providing plays for the premium for the VIP package. So hopefully you enjoyed, guys. Trying to give you guys some free value. Trying to give you guys some free picks. Once again, the KJK DFS VIP member package is going to be where it's at. If you want access to all my plays as soon as I place them, I'm going to be using the same concepts I'm going over on these streams, the same exact things I'm teaching and I'm preaching are what I use when I make my own picks. So I'm going to head on over there right now if you want to get access to all my plays leading up till tip-off. And see, Evan Mobley taking off. I'm sorry that happened. That's going to happen all the time. Man, that's going to happen all the time. So if you want to beat those bumps, get the VIP. I'm sorry that happened. I tried to share with you as many props as I could for free. So if you're able to take another prop on Betr that's similar to my Prizepicks picks that I promoted, take that. Maybe Scotty Barnes under 7.5 assists available or something. I don't know. But I do have to go, guys. We're leading up to tip-off, so I got to switch on over to the KJK DFS VIP mode. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed. This is going to be where it's at. If you would like to join, I'd love to have you join. We had a bunch of winners over there, man, over the last days, like people tailing me. I gave that shout-out to Ed the Fred, a ton of other people deserving of shout-outs too. I just have to get out of here, but the Discord is a great place to be. Just pulling up the winner circle real quick. Ed the Fred, same guy, turned 50 into 1250 with that same 6-pick flex that I shared over there last night.
Kenshiro Pao is another guy that cashed in with the 3-pick on Underdog and the plays on Prizepicks as well in that same 6-pick that I had showed up on the screen, and there's a ton more. So if you want to join over here, would love to have you join. Jose Estrella cashed in on that same 3-pick on Underdog. Big night for Amula, so this is where you're going to get access to all of my plays, and then like I said, those ones I shared on the community page. So yes, thank you very much for tuning in. Please hit the like button and subscribe on your way out the door. It would be greatly appreciated. I'm going to get out of here. Thank you for tuning in. Wishing you all the best of luck on your Prizepicks and Betr Picks entries tonight. And we will see you in the next one. We'll see you in the next one, guys. Good luck.